About 1950, so the French were there, and growing up, first my 5 years of life, I saw Frenchmen, I saw the war, I saw a horrible thing, and after 1954, when the Vietnam and North Vietnam won the war, kicked the Frenchmen out, and 5 years from 1955 to 1960, that is my childhood paradise. We had a beautiful coconut trees, palm tree, pond, lake, rice paddy. I had 2 water buffalo at a pet, working in a paddy. We had dog, cats, chicken, duck, pig. I mean, everything and everything. We had a beautiful coconut tree for the summer day, and we take our water buffalo down the river for the bath, you know. I mean, childhood. Just like over here, you're talking about baseball, football, softball, piano, and, you know, all kind of thing. But to us, we grow up with just a beautiful city, you know, Vietnam. But then in 1960, I was 10, and that is when the American War started. Here you call it Vietnam War, but we call it American War. And so American first came at the villages. We thought that the French coming back because they were there twice. And so the third time when American took over the French, we thought they'd just come back. And so everybody stand up and fought. We fought again 1,000 years against the Chinese, 100 years against the French, and now American. We don't know who they are. They just look just like the French. They came in and we just fought. My family is a revolutionary family. We with the North. We support Viet Minh fought against the French. We support Viet Minh that fought against American and the South Vietnamese. And so that is my life growing up in a village. Everybody, 99% villager on the side with the North. And we, again, the South, and again, American. We call them an invaders who come invade our land, we will fight. And so from 1960 to 65, I was being captured, tortured, put in a POW camp, just a young girl, but we do what we have to do, and the war is not matter how old, how young. And by 16, I had my first son, had my first baby by a Vietnamese father, by Vietnamese, and he's my boss. I'm what his servant. And so at a Vietnamese culture, when you had a child already, no man marry you. And so for me to either be a second or third wife of somebody or just live like that for all my life. And so when I came back from Saigon to Da Nang to have my son, my village already took over by the U.S. Set up the base just right at the Marble Mountain, and set up the base, and I couldn't go there. My father is still in the village. My mother, it's a long story. You have to read the book and watch the movie. But so I couldn't return to village, so I started to do in a black market and learn English. It's how to, it's not really black market, but 16 years old mother at a homeless, jobless, and help my mom, right, and with my son. And so I create a lot of Vietnamese women, younger, do it. That you go into Vietnamese supermarket and you buy cheap stuff, whatever for souvenir, like a bracelet, an earring, whatever is made by the Vietnamese. And then you take it to the base where they cannot get out. The American in the base, in remote villages, they can get in and get out. Very few of them can, but most of us stay. So you bring them their stuff to sell to them. And then you sell clothing, you go to sell, then we brought their whiskey. We add the American, when we save a lot of money, then we come back to PS, hand around out the PS, and then they ask American real, who you look kindly enough and nice, can you please take this money and go into PS to buy 4 things: cigarettes, whiskey, gum, and laundry soap. Those 4 things that the Vietnamese supermarket buy with a high price. And so there, you buy cheap stuff for Vietnamese market, sell it to a higher price for the American base, turn around, I have American buy product from the American, come back to the Vietnamese market and sell. I just go like that. So I learned how to speak English, and little by little I got ripped off by Real. And would give them the money, they won't come back with the product. Or if they come back with my stuff, then when they back into I take from the countryside to the city, the Vietnamese police take it away. Because as a citizen, you're not supposed to own that American product. So it's a corruption system, they just took it. Anyway, so I become, broke, and I become more like depressed. So one day I hang out on the play with American reals, try to sell something, and then I got ripped off and all that. So then I quit. I quit. That I went back to change my product, change my work. I looking for work and not do the black market. Now I got, get involved with American, and I able to get to know them, so be safe, not like in a village in a war zone. So then I work for American, I work for Army, I work for Navy, I work in nightclubs and all of that. Then I met my husband in 1969. Then he married me. He never asked me my background, never know what I did, not do anything. So then he brought me here in 1970. So since 1970 to now, I did very well for myself with my 3 children. I've been widowed twice, and I've lived as a single mom for all my life, more like. And in 1986, I did very well for myself and my 3 sons. But I was lonely and I was empty, even I had everything, but I still very lonely and yearned for my home. So I would try to go back, but back in those days, everybody want to get out of Vietnam. Nobody want to get in. But, to me, I need to go back. So I went back in March of 1986, and I was shocked to see how the country, aftermath of war, and I have to find a way to help Vietnam. And so then I work with veterans. I involved with veterans. Then in 1988, I went back with a group of Vietnam veterans for peace. And we travel about 20 people in our groups. And I helped to translate back and forth. And so we first, back in those days, not too many Americans want to go back. Only a few veterans and the journalists and photographers and the people who may be brave enough to go back. And so I traveled with them, and it turned out it's the best thing in my life ever, because first we landed in Saigon, and we visited 3-4 hospitals, a couple orphanages, and talk to immigrated children who's born under the mother Vietnamese and the father American. And so because of after the war, everybody looked down on them because they, flood the invaders. And so Vietnamese people not really accept them too much. But those veterans and I, we interview them, we talk to them, and I help to translate back and forth. And I see that, my goodness, if I'm still in Vietnam. My two children, my two sons, in same condition. They're outcasts, nobody wanted them, and it's just a very hard life. Then their mother also, who involved with American, is also, nobody accepted them. So I look at myself in them. I see them and me. And that is when I say, I have to speak up, I have to do something. And then in 1988, when I went back with a group of veterans, when we come to Da Nang and Hue city to, in memory of the 20 year of Tet Offensive. Tet Offensive was in 1968, and now we come back is in 1988. And so 20 years, and I just lucky it meant to be for me to join them. Then what happened was when we in Saigon, we just only visit hospital and children, and street children and all that. Come to Da Nang, we celebrate Tet, Vietnamese New Year's and everything. Then we travel to Hue. And that is everything run out the way it should be, I guess. It's meant to be for us. It's because of the 20th anniversary of the Tet Offensive. So the veteran organized a group to talk with the Vietnamese, Viet Cong veteran and the North Vietnamese. And the people who organized and set up the Tet Offensive in Hue. So two sides, we had about 20 of us, and maybe few of them a translator and only a few leaders from the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese. And they start to talk, and at first everybody nervous because we had people in our group, they are PTSD. They are very scared, nervous, but we have doctor with us, and we have people that can able to deal with it if it happens, something happens. So we have to be very careful. But when you sit down, maybe first 10 minutes, it's everybody be nice, be careful and everything. But after a few beer, a nice dinner, people start to sing and tell joke story, and the Vietnamese man who he had medals from the feet and the bottom, and he said, I am the one who organized the Tet Offensive. Then the veteran over here said, I was here. And both of them say, oh, okay, they're talking, and it turned out that it's end of the night, everybody crying, everybody happy, everybody laughing, just like the broken eyes. It's just like to me, in front of me, that up to that, I can say that it's healing. This veteran needs to see something like this, need to embrace with their enemy, need to return and show that we are human. We did what we had to do as a Vietnamese. We forgive, but we don't forget. We move on, and we're looking for better tomorrow, better future. We not hang up anything about the war. And everybody poor, everybody looking for a better life. So what yesterday. So long story short, after that trip, I found my path. I found my life mission. I found my life purpose, that to bring the two countries together by people to people, by veteran to veteran and their family, because I have my brother killed in the war by American. On my father's side, 17, 18 members in our family went to North Vietnam in 1954, fought back again South and American. And my mother's side, everybody in the South fought against the North. So our family divided right in the middle on both sides. And so we went through a lot. We went through so much suffering with the American, with the French, with the South Vietnamese, and with the Viet Cong. And we just a villager. We asking for nothing but just leave us alone. Just go home, let us plant rice, harvest rice, take care of our animal, take care of our graveyard, take care of our ancestors, worship. That's what we only want, and grow up, but then you get married and have 4 or 5 children. Then you old, you die, and you bury next to your parents. That is simple life. But because of the war, I witnessed so much. I saw so many unfair stuff, injustice, and all of that. And so I thought to myself, okay, I give up everything for my purpose. That's what I see now, what I learned. And so I give up my life. I sold my restaurant, get rid of the houses, everything, and start to put together the books and bring veterans back to Vietnam.